Alright, we're going to do the review for the test tomorrow. 8th grade math. We're reviewing Unit 2, which is equations, transversals. We're also going to throw in some stuff from the first unit. So pretty much this is everything we've done so far this year. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll hold up the question every few minutes, every couple minutes. Give you a chance to look at it, write it down if you need to, work out anything you want to try to work out, and then I'll explain the question and how to solve it. Well, I'll try not to have a stroke while I work out. All right. So if you were in class today for the review, we didn't get all the way through everything. I'll start at the end and work backwards. So at least if you watch some of this, you'll see what we didn't get to. And if you're new, basically, there's my avatar. He pedals when I pedal. He goes about as fast as I would go, a little bit faster. He's got a special bike. You can see my distance and time and heart rate, and power, and all that stuff up there. Alright, we'll do one every 4 minutes. Some of them are going to be hard to see, so I'll try to read them as I go. Alright, so we have triangle marked 1, 2, and 3. The original triangle is marked 1, and then the triangle is something's done to the triangle to get it to position 2. Something else is done to the triangle to get it to position 3. So what kind of transformations occurred? What 2 transformations occurred to get it from its first position to the third position? So this guy has been translated, which is moved, and then rotated to his new spot. Notice the size hasn't changed, just the orientation. Alright, about another minute. Four minutes might be too much. So after this one, we'll do every 3 minutes. Alright, this diagram has been reflected over the line y equals x. I know it's a little hard to see, but so if we do this line here, it would match up right here. So if I folded the piece of paper, for example, those would match up. So if you look real close, you can see that BC, line BC, or line segment BC, is measured at 4.1. So that would line up right there. Down there. Alright, we'll do every 3 minutes, so at 12 minutes we'll do another one. Of course. Would you text your mother and tell her I'm on the bike, please? Plainly told her that we were starting at 4:30. As a matter of fact, I asked her to help, but she's not here. And she knows I hate phone calls. So unless she's wrecked, she best not call. No, I got it. You said you had lesson plans to write. And ask her to reread my text. All right, this one's going to be pretty hard to see, so I'll read it first, and then I'll read it again. If an angle has a measure, if an angle has a measure of 64 degrees, what is the measure of its supplementary angle? All right, so if an angle has a measure of 64 degrees, what is its supplementary angle? All right, so my goal tonight is not to give you the answers. My goal tonight is to review how to set them up. All right, so remember, supplementary means the two angles, or however many there are, mostly times 2, 180 degrees. Subtract the given one, 64 degrees, from 180. So your vocabulary is crucial in this test. You have to know what your angles are. I didn't realize that jersey was going to be as bland as it is. It doesn't quite match the cap. Okay, next one. All right, this one's pretty hard to see. I didn't enlarge the answer choices for a reason, but so you have a straight line, and you have a triangle on top of it, where one of the sides is part of the line. And they're asking in the question, what is equal to QRS? All right, so what is equal to the angle on the outside, the exterior angle? Now we covered it, covered this special case in class. So when we come back with the answer in just a second, I'll show you what they're asking. I need to hurry up so I can catch that dude. Alright, so when you have a triangle like this, set up like this, the exterior angle that's formed by the line with the purple arrow is equal to the two inside angles that are opposite added together. So this one on the outside is equal to these two on the inside added together. All right, let's see if I can catch. Nah, he's fine. I'll never catch him, but make my little dude get a workout. Okay, let me drink water. I'll do the next question. All right, two angles of a triangle are 75 and 62 degrees. And they're asking what is the third angle? So two angles of a triangle. Two angles of a triangle are 62 and 75 degrees. What is the third angle? All right, so we all know by now that there are 180 degrees in a triangle. 62 and 75 is 137. So we can set up an equation. 137 plus x equals 180. Subtract 137 on both sides to get x by itself. And you should have your answer. X equals all right, another minute, we'll do another question. Sorry about this, but I'm going to have to put on a headband because I'm already starting to sweat. All right, perfect. Next question. In the diagram, angle PRQ is 56 degrees. What is angle TRS? Okay, to solve this guy, you need to know how to read angles to start with. So angle PRQ, they told you was 56, and they're asking for TRS, which is directly below it. For 100 gold pieces, you comment what kind of angles those are. And if you know what kind of angles those are, you know what the answer is. So those angles are equal to each other. They're congruent. So if you comment the vocabulary word for those kinds of angles, all right, so I got a little over a minute. So. Get up to the castle. Alright, I'm starting to see a little bit of snow. Might be snowing at the top of the mountain. It's still hot in here though. Alright, 24. Alright, so this diagram has a little bit of everything in it. It has two parallel lines right here. And it's crossed by two transversals. And then all the angles are labeled. And they're going to ask you certain questions. For example, what's true in this picture? So let's just, let's talk about it. So look at the top first. 1 and 4 are vertical angles. 2 and 5 are vertical angles. 3 and 6 are vertical angles. So all those pairs are equal to each other. Doggone it. There we go. Alright, the bottom 9 and 11 are vertical angles. 10 and 12 are vertical angles. 7 and 15 are vertical. 7 and 13 are vertical angles. 8 and 14 are vertical angles. So those pairs are congruent to each other. All right, another minute. Oh, it is snowing. All right, this is a little hard to read, but it says If A and B are complementary angles, the measure of B is 29. What is the measure of angle A? All right, so if you remember from vocabulary, complementary is 90 degrees. 90 minus 29 give you the measure of the other angle. I might give that King of the Mountain run a try next time up. But today, or at least this time, no way I can make it. No way I can beat my record. Much less anybody else's. Alright, next question. So we have two parallel lines crossed by two different transversals that intersect along with the bottom parallel line. And they're asking for X way at the top. So think about that for a second while I try to draw on it without getting it wet. Alright, so there are a couple ways to solve it. However, that 40 is really not necessary. The 60 has a corresponding angle directly above it of 60 degrees. And we know that 60 plus X would make supplementary angles. So if we subtract 60 from 120 or from 80, we get 120. And that makes a little bit of sense. That angle X is bigger than 90 degrees. So 120 is a reasonable answer. Alright, next question. I have a triangle. Notice it says not drawn to scale. So Yeah, I see that. All right, so triangles have 180 degrees. And this guy down here, whoops, sorry about that. This guy down here is 90 of it. So the other two together make the other 90. In case you can't read it, this one's 5. So 5 plus 90 is 95. Whatever's left out of 180 has to be the other angle. Not a lot of people on today. Yeah, see, I'm already almost 6 minutes behind my personal fastest time. Of course, my personal record is pretty good, considering I'm old and out of shape. All right, next question. Another triangle with a missing angle. However, this time they're asking for the measure of angle T down here. It's a little hard to see, but, excuse me, a little hard to see, but that's 2x. So you gotta be super careful about the problems they're asking you. Because I can assure you, when I made this test, I'm a tricky fella. If you solve for x, x is one of the answer choices, but it'll be wrong. Because they're asking for this angle, and this angle is 2x. Alright, so we have 75 in the top angle up here. Just x here, and we have x here. So we have 3x plus 75 equals 180. When you solve for x, make sure to double it. So I'll write that one out for you. So 3x plus 75 equals 180. Solve that for x. And then if you're smart, and I know you all are, you'll plug it in everywhere that there's an x. You'll find the measure of all three angles. You'll check your work by adding them together to make sure they add up to 180. And you won't miss it. I've said this 1,000 times. You almost always check your answer in math. Plug in x or whatever letter, whatever variable they give you. Solve it. And see if it comes out to be true. If it does, then chances are you did it right. Okay, you can't plug a social studies answer in no matter what Miss Simpson tells you. Don't tell her I said that. All right, so you need to know supplementary and complementary, what they are. You need to know that triangles have 180 degrees. You need to know to read the question very, very, very carefully. All right. You see that ram up there by the finish line for this segment. If you comment what he's doing, give you extra credit. All right. So here's just a basic diagram of what we've been working on. So let's go over some vocabulary. I can hold it still. Let's do that because it's really all we need are the angles. All right, so 1 and 3 are vertical. 2 and 4 are vertical. 5 and 7 are vertical. 6 and 8 are vertical. Okay, vertical angles are congruent to each other. All right, 1 and 2 are supplementary. 1 and 4 are supplementary. 2 and 3 are supplementary. 3 and 4 are supplementary. 5 and 6 are supplementary. 6 and 7 are supplementary. 7 and 8 are supplementary. 5 and 8 are supplementary. All right, 1 and 5 are corresponding. 4 and 8 are corresponding. 2 and 6 are corresponding. 3 and 7 corresponding. 3 and 5 alternate interior. 4 and 6 alternate interior. 1 and 7 alternate exterior. 2 and 8 alternate exterior. What did I leave out? Okay, 3 and 6, same side interior. 4 and 5, same side interior. 1 and 8, therefore would be same side exterior. And 2 and 7 would be same side exterior. All right, what about adjacent? Comment a pair of adjacent angles. If you're right, 100 gold. All right, my wife's home and she's probably pissed off because I didn't answer the phone. Sorry, she's probably mad because I didn't answer the phone. So this will be the last one. Comment the answer in the comments for 500 gold. The correct answer, of course. Alright, so I'm going to be on here about another 20 minutes. Try again in an hour tonight. Maybe longer, depends on how I feel. So if you want to watch, watch. I might throw out another bonus question later. We'll see. Oh, sorry, one more problem. Alright, so these 3x minus 2x plus 4 equals 2 plus x plus 2. So sometimes when you try to solve an equation, something weird might happen. So I'm going to solve this one real quick, just in case you missed it today, and show you that sometimes you may not get x equals a number. You may not get a simple, easy solution. Okay. All right, so if we simplify this by combining like terms on both sides, we end up with x plus 4 equals x plus 4. Now we cancel out the plus 4 because it's the same on both sides. We end up with x equals x. It's kind of weird, right? Because if you try to move it to one side by subtracting x, you have to do it on both sides. You end up with 0 equals 0. All that means is any number you can think of, you can plug in for x, and that'll be true. So remember, equations like this, linear equations, can have multiple solutions, which would be infinite. It's possible to have 2 solutions, but we're not there yet, so don't worry about the 2. If you see 2 solutions tomorrow on the test, ignore it. We haven't got there yet. Could have no solutions. So if we were to solve it and we canceled out all the x's and we ended up with 5 equals 2, that's impossible, so there's no value for x that'll work. So that would be no solutions. And then of course, everything else we've done, we've solved, and we got x equals some number. And that's one solution. So there are 3 possibilities. X is going to be one solution. X is going to be no solution. Or X is going to be an infinite amount of solutions. An infinite number of solutions. So when we get to graphing, we'll go through this again. And hopefully if you see it graphed, it'll make perfect sense. Alright. Second core is in the lead for the pizza party. The second core, I told fourth core if they beat you, I would double their points, which would pretty much guarantee them the pizza party. First and third core, you guys got to step it up. You should have way more done than regular 8th grade math. You're a whole year ahead. Alright, the drawing's tomorrow. I told you guys that are close how close you are. Alright, let's bust it out for a little bit and something to eat. I don't have any more gears, can't go any faster than that. Alright, cool down for 3.5 minutes and I'll stop. Here. All right. Tell me what mile I was at when you saw my dog. Last bonus points. All right, later.